Puncher's chance.
When Terence is counterpunching, he's coming out on that and
Comes forward, and Bud Crawford was hurt. And they're ruling that a...
Terence coming in, or when he's waiting, he landed that shot right on the chin. He hurt Terence bad.
5'8", but he fights as a longer fighter. And Crawford's landing 30%. He had a 19-10.
Oh, nice jab. We've reached the midpoint as a nice right uppercut when you have a conventional fighter. And there is Canelo dropping with a straight right.
Fighter. That time he came forward and Bud nailed him. Right hook.
26-0, 14. There's a big right hand that drops.
Will try to hurt him here.
Another big right hand by Canelo. The right hand lead against the lefty.
Last round from Bud Crawford. That was the signature punch of that second round.
Round 3.
The world is watching. Two legends enter the ring with everything at stake. Canelo Álvarez, a warrior forged through years of battles, versus Terence Crawford, the undefeated genius who's never tasted defeat. Youth, experience, power, skill, it all collides under the bright lights tonight. One mistake, one punch, could change history for...
Canelo is what he
will do it. We've seen him enjoy those ring walks. I don't think I've seen one quite so elaborate, and I don't think I've seen him enjoy one quite so much.
Super middleweight champion of the world.
Turn to Guadalajara in front of his people. This is a spectacle. This is as good as it gets in boxing.
You know, we've seen Canelo Álvarez with some elaborate ring walks.
Canelo.
An undefeated three-division pound-for-pound king with 33 victories, 24 of those victories coming by way of KO. The former lightweight, former undisputed super lightweight, and tonight making the first defense of his WBO welterweight championship of the world. Born, bred, and repping Omaha, Nebraska. Terence Crawford.
Is Canelo Álvarez in his 66th professional fight. That's more than any other ring-rated fighter in the sport.
Wearing black with fuchsia and red trim. When he stepped on the scale, he weighed in at an official 145.5 pounds. Started from the bottom now. He enters the ring.
Forever. Crawford. The boxing universe just lit up with the year's most electrifying headline. Canelo Álvarez versus Terence Crawford is now official. This isn't just a bout. It's a career-defining spectacle with the power to reshape the sport's history. Canelo, a four-division world champion and global boxing icon, faces the undefeated welterweight maestro Crawford, who's daring to jump 3 weight divisions in pursuit of immortality. With millions of dollars, legacy, and supremacy on the line, the real question looms. Who's risking more? Could this blockbuster even eclipse Canelo's legendary clash with Floyd Mayweather in sheer scale and global impact? Before we break this down, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button and subscribe. Over 98% of viewers watch without subscribing, and your support massively boosts the channel. Done? Awesome. Now the stage is set for one of the most anticipated and lucrative boxing spectacles of the decade. Canelo Álvarez versus Terence Crawford is officially confirmed for September at the world-famous Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. This isn't just another blockbuster bout. It's a legacy-defining clash, a high-stakes showdown between two of boxing's most elite champions, each determined to etch their names permanently into the sport's rich history. Allegiant Stadium, a world-class venue famed for hosting blockbuster sporting events and high-profile concerts, boasts a capacity exceeding 60,000 passionate fans, making it the ultimate stage for a mega fight of this scale. Las Vegas, the undisputed capital of boxing's most iconic nights, sets the tone for history to be made. This bout revives memories of Canelo's 2013 showdown with Floyd Mayweather, a record-breaking spectacle that generated a staggering $150 million in revenue and attracted over 2 million premium pay-per-view sales. Floyd Mayweather's dominance over Canelo Álvarez was a pivotal milestone in the young Mexican's career, marking his sole, undeniable defeat. Now, more than a decade later, Canelo stands as boxing's biggest global attraction, while Terence Crawford aims to replicate Mayweather's feat, dethroning the superstar on the sport's grandest stage. With two undisputed champions from vastly different weight divisions colliding, the stakes are unprecedented. Analysts speculate this spectacle could eclipse Mayweather-Canelo in revenue, global viewership, and historical impact. The fusion of elite talent, legacy-defining stakes, and massive commercial potential positions this bout as one of the most marketable and financially explosive events ever. Labeled a true pound-for-pound showdown, Crawford's bold leap in weight fuels a blockbuster storyline that grips die-hard enthusiasts and casual fans worldwide. Financially, industry insiders project record-shattering pay-per-view and streaming revenue, rivaling the monumental earnings of Mayweather's iconic bouts. With Crawford's surging marketability and Canelo's established global reach, analysts foresee ticket sales skyrocketing if the promotional campaign hits hard. Should the fight deliver in drama and action, it has the potential to not only dominate the sports economy, but also redefine boxing's commercial and competitive legacy for years to come. In today's lucrative boxing landscape, Canelo Álvarez initially dismissed the prospect of facing Terence Crawford. Battling a smaller opponent moving up in weight felt unnecessary and perhaps inequitable. By then, Canelo had already secured a multi-million-dollar legacy, dominating multiple weight classes, dismantling elite champions from different eras, and reigning as the undisputed king of the highly profitable super middleweight division, a position envied by the entire sports industry. Crawford had been a dominant force at welterweight, yet the leap from 147 to 168 pounds was massive. In early interviews, Canelo dismissed the matchup, calling the size gap unrealistic, but momentum shifted. Public demand surged, broadcasters sensed record-breaking ratings, and promoters envisioned unprecedented revenue. The potential purse reached staggering figures. Canelo, a shrewd businessman, recognized the financial windfall at stake. He understood market timing and audience appetite, lessons deeply ingrained since his 2013 mega bout with Floyd Mayweather. What began as improbable soon evolved into a fight with global appeal, high stakes, and extraordinary earning potential for everyone involved. Legacy bouts don't just shape history, they drive monumental, record-shattering earnings. Once talks gained momentum, the scale of this event became undeniable. This wasn't merely a boxing match. It was an unparalleled opportunity to deliver a spectacle exceeding even Canelo versus Mayweather. The financial upside was massive, fueled by the surge in streaming platforms, global media rights, and multi-network broadcasting deals. Projections hinted it could eclipse $150 million in total revenue and smash past 2 million pay-per-view sales. Two undisputed champions from drastically different weight divisions set to collide on boxing's grandest, most lucrative stage. The grandest stage became every promoter's ultimate revenue-generating dream. And once Canelo recognized the massive surge of interest from fans, global media, and the entire boxing industry, he knew this was an opportunity he couldn't walk away from. Beyond the lucrative payday, Canelo understood the historic value. A victory over Crawford would silence all doubts about his supremacy. Defeating another generational superstar would solidify his brand, proving his unmatched power, precision, and championship experience. However, a loss could shift the narrative instantly, fueling critics to question his capability against true elite-level opposition. But actually, Canelo Álvarez, fully aware of the stakes, embraces this challenge with absolute confidence. Rather than downplaying it, he calls this clash potentially bigger than his mega fight with Mayweather, both financially and historically. Defeating Terence Crawford, an undefeated and undisputed champion, could elevate Canelo's legacy to unprecedented heights, marking a defining moment in his storied career. This is far more than a title defense. It's a career-defining showdown. Meanwhile, Crawford isn't just moving up in weight. He's making one of the boldest, most lucrative leaps in modern boxing history. Jumping from welterweight at 147 pounds to super middleweight at 168 pounds is a daring leap that only a handful in boxing history have even dared, let alone conquered. Even legendary champions have stumbled when climbing multiple weight divisions. Yet Terence Crawford believes his elite skill set, lightning speed, and adaptive fight IQ can rewrite history. this isn't merely about adding another championship belt. It's about etching his name into the sport's immortal legacy. If Crawford accomplishes the unimaginable by defeating Canelo Álvarez, he joins an ultra-exclusive club of 5 division world champions, alongside icons Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Thomas Hearns. This challenge becomes extraordinary when you factor in the massive size difference. Unlike Mayweather's calculated rise through divisions, Crawford is targeting the undisputed powerhouse of the super middleweight division, a champion who has ruled 168 pounds for years. For Crawford, this isn't just about titles or lucrative paydays. It's about cementing an unshakable legacy. Already hailed as one of boxing's greatest welterweights, defeating Canelo could immortalize him among the sport's elite icons. He boldly declares, "If I win, I'm an all-time great." The real question, can pure skill conquer raw size and power? This achievement would be even more extraordinary considering the massive size difference. Unlike Mayweather, who carefully advanced through weight divisions with calculated matchups, Crawford is directly challenging the undisputed king of the super middleweight division, a champion who has ruled at 168 pounds for years. For Crawford, this isn't merely about championship belts or massive paydays. It's about cementing a lasting legacy. He's already recognized among the greatest welterweights in history, but defeating Canelo would catapult him into legendary status. Crawford boldly states, "If I win, I'm an all-time great." Yet, can skill alone conquer such a daunting physical test? This challenge becomes even more extraordinary when factoring in the massive size gap. Unlike Mayweather, who strategically climbed weight classes with calculated matchups, Crawford is directly targeting the undisputed king of the super middleweight division, a dominant force at 168 pounds for years. For Crawford, this fight transcends belts or paychecks. It's about cementing a historic legacy. Already recognized among the greatest welterweights ever, defeating Canelo could place him in the pantheon of boxing immortals. Crawford boldly proclaims, "If I win, I'm an all-time great." Yet the burning question remains, can skill conquer such a staggering physical disadvantage? Crawford's legacy wouldn't suffer a massive financial blow, since he never needed to accept this high-stakes bout. However, if he not only loses, but is decisively dominated, if Canelo absorbs his shots with ease and physically overpowers him, it could dramatically shift the public narrative. Critics might argue Crawford's dominance existed only because he competed in divisions where he held size and strength advantages. Some could even claim his undefeated record was inflated by avoiding prime, elite-level opponents. A crushing loss to Canelo might spark serious debate about his true greatness and long-term place in boxing history. If Canelo Álvarez relentlessly pressures him, walking through punches and controlling the ring, the narrative around his legacy could shift dramatically. Critics may argue his dominance stemmed from staying in weight classes where he held a physical edge, questioning if his unbeaten record benefited from avoiding prime, elite opponents. A loss here could spark debate about his true greatness. Fights like Canelo versus Terence Crawford are rare, career-defining moments. Think Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvin Hagler or Pacquiao conquering weight divisions. Proof that skill, strategy, and willpower can rewrite boxing history. This showdown could redefine boxing history, the ultimate clash of champions. Canelo seeks to solidify his reign as the sport's undisputed king, while Crawford aims to ascend into legendary status. A Canelo victory cements dominance. A Crawford upset could rank among the greatest triumphs in modern boxing. Who's your pick? Is this Canelo's fight to lose, or will Crawford defy the odds and silence critics? Share your predictions below. If you value elite fight breakdowns like this video, subscribe to Boxing is Here and hit the bell for premium updates, insider analysis, and expert commentary.